What's approaching the supreme moment, reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead.
What's good? Alright, this is another unit that I've been thinking about maxing out for quite some time. This is, if you scroll all the way to the first units in the beginning, you'll notice that the Agility Super Saiyan Goku is the very first card that I've ever gotten in the game. Now, because of that, I am going to max out this unit just as a tribute to, you know, the very first card that I've ever gotten in the game. I didn't realize I would play this long, so this is the Goku that I got from the, you know, starter pack summon or whatever you want to call it. You know, the very first one that guarantees an SSR. So, I already reversed him because I did need to raise his SA. I went to the Epic Showdown event to get the Goku and farm enough for the 50% success rate to raise SA. So we got it at SA level 10. We'll reverse it, reverse Dokkan back into the TUR form, which is what you see right now. Pretty much going to go with the standard level 11 for additional attack and level 15 for criticals. Really, this is more or less a collection unit, but this unit isn't bad. I mean, it does have a decent passive skill where it'll provide 20% increase to attack for allies. So for beginners or players that are lacking units, I mean, this isn't a bad unit necessarily. It's definitely outdated, but again, this is more or less, I'm going to treat it like a tribute to the very first card I've ever gotten in the game. So here we have it at 100% potential, so let's cover the stats a little bit. Leader skill is agility, tech, and strength type. HP and attack increase of 30%. Super attack will cause extreme damage to enemy. Passive skill, like I said, all allies key +2, and then 20% increase to attack when HP is 50% or above. He does have decent links because he is a Super Saiyan. Golden Warrior is +1 key enemies defense -2000. Saiyan Warrior race 700 increase to attack. Super Saiyan 10% increase to attack. Z Fighters 15% increase to attack. Prepare for battle +2 key. Kamehameha 2500 increase to attack when SA is launched, and then Shattering the Limit is +2 key. He does only fall into one category, which is the Pure Saiyans, and probably best to be on that category team, but since I don't have the Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta, I went with the Tech Vegeta Blue Super type team. As you saw, the max stats were 10,327 for HP, attack of 10,165, and defense of 6,870, 12 key multipliers 125%. Again, I mean, this guy can be acquired in the Baba shop as well. I think it was like 100 incredible gems to get one copy, but I was picking up like copies. I had like a couple of copies of this guy, so yeah, pretty much went and unlocked all due pass and just maxed this guy out, more or less as a tribute collection purpose type deal. Not something I would necessarily recommend, but here we are on Boss Rush 6 to test out his abilities. I figured it'd be better to provide a realistic perspective instead of you know, sugarcoating it to where he looks better than he actually is. So we'll go into like the newest you know, Boss Rush event. Toward the later part of the video, we will go into, you know, go back into like something like Boss Rush 3 to where he does get a little bit more powerful than the new against the newest Dokkan event. So again, this guy isn't bad. I mean, he only needs like what is it, 7 key or more to get the super attack launch, similar to some of the starter pack SSR units. So I mean, this guy can be certainly decent for beginners and starter decks type deal, but you know, not necessarily for anyone that's been around for a while. I mean, this guy is definitely obsolete. Probably not worthwhile to put on a team or anything. You know, but with the critical, he is able to hit for about 387. Additional attacks definitely do help as well. So definitely not anywhere close to the high levels of expectations of maxed out units per se, but you know, he's not a bad unit. I mean, this Gohan that you saw there is SA level 1, and he's hitting for better, so that'll kind of give you a perspective on how this Goku actually is. I do have him linked up with the teen Gohan because of the you know, passive of 35% increase to attack and defense, but also they do share the Super Saiyan and Z Fighters. That's, you know, 10% and 15%, so equivalent of 25% increase to attack just from the links alone. They do have like shattering the limit. Ki really isn't an issue with this Goku because, you know, he only requires 7 ki or above to get that super attack. So yeah, not really that concerning, but I mean, he's doing okay. And even for really a trophy slash collection, he's actually not doing bad. And that passive can definitely help some players. Like 20% is still 20% increase that attack for allies. So on top of that, you do get +2 ki as part of his passive. So, you know, definitely an okay unit. Nowhere near close to the best of units, obviously. But I did get this request in the past, and I was really on the fence about it. But similar to the, you know, Family Kamehameha Super Saiyan Goku, the strength version that did get an easy A. Kind of wanted, you know, that was my first summonable SSR unit, and this is, you know, my very first card in the game. So I figured, you know, why not give this guy a tribute and, you know, do a video on him, because I've never done a video on this guy yet. So again, he is getting a lot of help, 35% plus the links from Gohan, as well as 33% from the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and also, you know, some of the link skills that they share. So with all the help, I mean, that's pretty much what this guy's hitting for. So definitely obsolete, but still fun to run this type of testing and doing a video about it. I guess you know, it'd be a good way to ask. I mean, what was your very first card in the game? Like the very first one. This is mine, and as a tribute, I maxed this guy out. But I'd be curious to know, like, what units you guys actually had. I mean, it could obviously be something else besides the starter pack summon units. I mean, it could be like I don't know, like a story event or a drop card unit, or you went straight to the summons. I don't know, but let me know with your current deck. You know, what was your first ever card that you've had? Let's see how he does against Rose here. I think anywhere close to like 250, 300,000 would be like respectable at this point. So yeah, 254,000. I mean, that's probably, you know, without the criticals, that's certainly acceptable for this guy. I definitely do want to get the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan unit to Rainbow status as well, the tech version, but you can only pull those off the World Tournament banners, so I'll have to wait for more tickets for that when the tournament comes back around. So we did switch over to the Boss Rush 3 event just to kind of give this guy a little bit more leeway compared to the newer Dokkan events where he has a little bit more difficulty in getting some decent output. But I did provide, like, you know, footage of other units attacking as well, just so you get some sort of idea of comparison, I guess, in a way. You know, how the agility Super Saiyan Goku does compared to, you know, other units within the same enemies and whatnot. So Gohan hit for about 290 there. He did have type disadvantage though. And yeah, 842,000. But again, this is Boss Rush 3. It's an outdated event nowadays, so of course he's gonna hit a little bit higher than the you know, Boss Rush 6 event. So with the maximum setup, you know, rotation with the Gohan and Goku unit within there with the passives and links, I mean, you're looking at, you know, 450,000 damage potential, which is pretty decent. But I mean, he's getting a lot of help from the passive, you know, passive skills of the other two units. So not necessarily the most realistic, but you know, it's all about testing out the unit, how high the attack can actually get. So we do have Dokkan mode coming up with the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta boss. So let's see how he does. Yeah, this is something that I've been thinking about for quite some time. I was like, you know, this is the first card that I've ever gotten. I gotta shout this guy out, you know, and give him the proper treatment and you know, tribute to get this guy to rainbow status. And here we are, finally doing a video on him. Okay, so 723,000 with the Dokkan mode. That's certainly okay, but you know, Gohan was able to hit for about 660,000 without Dokkan mode with the critical, so that really does put it in perspective a little bit. He'll definitely hit a little bit higher against these guys because they are weaker type enemies. So again, this Gohan is SA level 1 still, hits for about 352,000. Now let's go ahead and see how this guy is. So with the critical, about 620,000. Yeah, I mean, this guy's okay. Certainly decent. Well, I wouldn't even say decent. He's all right. Not to the level of decent just yet. And he did get a Dokkan Awaken, so who knows if he'll get another one. We'll have to see. I mean, this is a really old unit, so. He does get a damage bonus in this event against Ckwlk because of, you know, the Super Saiyan Goku units get a damage boost in this event. So even though he hit for about 900,000, that's definitely higher than what he'll normally hit for. So we'll just kind of wrap up and just go through a couple of more battles. This will be pretty much the last you know, boss battle within Boss Rush 3. So, you know, we'll kind of conclude by going through, like, you know, a couple of more super attacks with Goku. But, you know, hopefully you enjoyed it. I know there were a lot of you guys that actually wanted to see this guy to 100%. So, yeah, that's pretty much, you know, the showcase for it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And as always, thanks for watching.